Good afternoon. George Cavaligos from the Florida CME Group. Auctions next week that start on Tuesday. We'll be looking for some support levels, I think, going into the latter part of the week. The auction process starts with 3-years on Tuesday, 10s on Wednesday, and 30s on Thursday. So I think going into the middle part of the week, the market will stay weak. We're going to have to cheapen these prices up, get higher yields to attract some interest again in the bonds and notes. Equities are still performing pretty well. They are lower this morning by a little bit. Well, now they're back up again a little bit. Basically trading unchanged after being much higher initially on the number. Everything seems to be taking a bit of a consolidation break here. Gold and silver are up a little bit. Those trends, I think, still have a little bit more to go. I'm still looking for the resistance areas in the gold up around 1685. And I think in silver up around 33, 33.50. We'll see if we can get that much out of it, but looking for smaller ranges next week in front of the auctions. We'll see how that goes. Have a great weekend, guys. We'll be back at it Tuesday morning, maybe even Monday night if we see anything interesting in the electronic sessions there. Have a great weekend. We'll see you then. Quiet, actually, after the fireworks from the much stronger than expected non-farm payroll data. Treasuries came in this morning under some pressure. Obviously, we took out the recent lows in the 10-year. The recent lows at 129.02 to 129.06 were pretty important. Market broke through there on the headline of the non-farm payroll data. And we've bounced back a little bit, but we have not been able to get back above there. On a closing basis, that's going to be pretty key. 129.02, 129.06 level. Those are the old lows on the hourly charts. That's going to be an important resistance area now. So we've seen the bounce off the mid 129 level, 128 level, and we've sort of failed at the 129.02 level. I think the market will just sort of consolidate around this area. It's gotten very quiet here. We have Jewish holidays this weekend. We also have a 3-day weekend for bond traders. The bond pits are closed on Monday here. The FX pits are also closed. The equities and some of the commodities are open. Some commodities are closed. It's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But it should be a very quiet day. And I think with a beautiful day here in Chicago, mid-80s, long weekend, I think a lot of people have already closed up their books. Again, we've seen some pretty hefty long liquidations in the 10-year and the bonds this week. The 10-year took out some pretty important support levels. The bonds haven't. But we do have auctions next week, and I think the markets are trying to cheapen up here in front of the Treasury auctions. We've seen a lot of long liquidation. We have not seen new shorts coming into the market, but I think as the longs are getting out and the market's selling off, we're getting ready for the